welcome back again to another week of Nexus Grain Updates. It is Tuesday morning, July 15 at 10:57 a.m. Let's get to the markets right now. At the moment, corn is up 3 pennies on $3.95 across our select terminals here at Nexus Cooperative. That is up considerably on the week. Last week we were around $3.88 to $3.90, so we're up a strong nickel to 7 cents, depending on the location. Soybean market has not fared so well this past week. Soybean market's off about 15 cents, at least on the week. I'm $9.45 across our northern terminals, $9.40 on our what I would consider our southern terminals here in the company. That's off about 15 cents. I'm going to do a little more of a deep dive into the corn-soybean price relationship and my interpretation of the market. Let's just kind of go over the basic stuff right now to begin with. Temperature maps don't look too bad. Temperature and precip, we're just going to start off with the 6 to 10. 6 to 10 temp and precip both above normal. 8 to 14 temp and precip likewise above normal, but not particularly oppressive as far as heat goes. In fact, the next 5 days we're looking for considerably below normal temperatures to occur with our saturated soil, cool conditions. We really couldn't ask for better pollination and corn filling weather. The growing degree days that we are at right now here in north central Iowa, in fact across most of the upper third of Iowa and the corn growing region across southern Minnesota, right now we stand at around 1,400 growing degree days. That's plus or minus about 50 growing degree days, but to drop one number on it, around 1,400 growing degree days, takes around 2,200 to 2,400 depending on the variety of corn to black layer a corn crop. We are probably 30 days from being assured that that's going to happen. So, and as things stand right now, things are looking pretty good that we're on our way to doing that. With our soil being saturated and plenty of sunshine, plenty of heat on tap over the next 2 weeks, we're headed in that direction. The corn market is certainly trading that 15.7 billion, 181, 182 bushel national average. I don't think you're going to find anybody here in Iowa that's going to argue with that, as good as the crops really look. But I'm going to get into a little bit more of the S&Ds of corn here in a minute. Far as what's really going on here locally, the market is strong. The end users for both corn and soybeans are experiencing very positive returns on their daily local operations. Ethanol is printing very strong margins. Soy crush is printing very strong margins for this time of year, particularly in Iowa, central Iowa, northern Iowa. Things are moving along pretty well. Today should be coming across very shortly the NOPA Crush, National Oilseed Processors Association. No real shock to anybody. We're expecting a number of around 185.2. Give me a minute. I should have that before the end of today's session. Let me look that up once. In the meantime, I'm going to get into the stocks to use ratio, both domestically and globally. And really that's today's point. It would be easy to believe that we have an encumbrance of corn. We do not. We are looking at a stocks to use ratio, and this was just published a few days ago, Hightower report, 11.77% corn ending stocks to use ratio at the end of this coming year. When I look back at the last 34 years, it's about the time I got in the business, we had stocks to use ratios that were all over the map, but in 21 of those, we were above that number. The other 11 were below that number. So right now we are squarely in the lower third of stocks to use ratio in the past 35 years in our corn market, okay? We're growing a lot more corn. The amount of corn that we produce today versus then is about double. We're also using it. And that's the answer to my question. Maybe not so much true with soybeans. Soybeans are being basically, we're growing more globally, particularly. We're growing more soybeans that we're consuming. That number is growing. Corn, not so much. And that's the reason why we planted this extra 5 million acres here in the United States, is because the market demanded that. We'll go to the globe, the world's corn ending stocks, somewhat greater, a little over 21% stocks to use ratio, which is not alarming on a global level. And indeed, when I look at the same period, the past 33 years, we're again, 21 of those are above the number, about 11 are below the number. We're right there in that lower third of a global stocks to use ratio. So again, the U.S. population, global population has grown considerably in that period of time. And again, corn as a staple starch, a staple energy product, is kept right along with things. It's really about it for that. Let's see if NOPA crushes out right now while I'm talking to everybody. No, I don't see that yet. That hasn't quite been published where I go. What we're looking at right now is a number of about 185.2. That's up about 10 million from last year. That is fairly well predicted. We are in a world right now. We're in that's a very strong market clearing level. My prediction, though, is that we will probably see greater incentive as time goes on to continue this level of corn production. As far as the company, we are having, I said this last week, I'm going to say it again this week, Thursday, 5 p.m. at Elgin. We're having an open house at Elgin, 5 p.m. And we'll have steaks, ice cream, and beverages of your choice. It'd be great to see everybody there. Also want you to know that we do have a busing service. I know Elgin is a ways drive for some of our customers. And we will have a busing service running between Northwood and Stacyville. So if you would like somebody else to be the driver, we'd appreciate having you. Again, I want to thank you for all of your business here at Nexus. We are a full-service farmer-owned supply and grain co-op. See us for all of your grain needs, agronomic needs, fuel, fertilizer, and so forth. And that's about it for this week. So appreciate seeing you in Elgin on Thursday night. Goodbye now.